I'm a firm believer in the fact that the subtler skills and capacities are very much like the physical ones, in that if you don't use it, you lose it. For example, discernment. If you've been living a superficial existence, if that is the water you've been swimming in for decades, eventually you start to lose discernment for what is less superficial, for what is deep and foundational. Because you've been so out of the loop with it, you've forgotten what it looks like. You've forgotten that you need it and what to do with it. And there is a bait and switch sort of narrative that I see following quickly after this sort of phenomenon. We are immersed in frail, fake, superficial things. And in the beginning, we're obviously protesting. But then it seems to be out of our control to a large degree. And so we eventually acclimatize to the new state of being. We're used to all of the superficial entertainment. We're used to the horrible fast fashion. We're used to everything. And so we just start living at that frequency, with that as what surrounds us every day. We forget to remember that there's more. We forget to remember that we are more. We forget to remember that we need that more. And the false narrative that is often sold at this point to maintain the superficiality, to maintain the fakeness, is, look, wow, you've lasted this long. What's so bad about it? And because we're distracted with a million different things and we have a lot going on, we kind of shrug and go, okay, whatever. We know that's not exactly true, but we have bigger fish to fry. But what it does mean is that in many areas, we start to lose touch with what's possible, with what's good value, with what's quality. And we start to buy into the idea that if we've existed without it for this long, then we just don't need it. There used to be a lot of things that would last a long time, but that was inconvenient for those who wished to sell us things that broke and needed to be bought again quickly. Many old things that used to be used in houses, excellent devices for plumbing and other things, those were phased out. Some of them you can still find and use. They're made of extremely good quality material, and they work exceedingly well. Cast iron and marvels of engineering in the home. We don't see them nowadays because gradually they were phased out so that we might buy into a state of being where we have crap stuff and we just repeatedly buy this crap stuff, such that we do it long enough that we forget that we could even have something good, something that's far superior, energy efficient in that we do not have to keep paying for it, and a myriad of other benefits. My point is, we need to be watchful of this. We know that we are surrounded by a superficial society, a superficial way of being, and that the trend is that we should lean ever more into it. We know we mustn't, and we must be watchful. And we must reprogram within ourselves that subtle bait and switch. When we recognize that we've been living in superficiality for this long, when we've been partaking in a throwaway culture, when we've been entertaining ourselves with things that don't elevate us, but make us have a weakness and little patience and strength. When we recognize that, we are to not buy into the lie anymore, that means that it's good enough, the fact that we've lived with this all this time. When a muscle atrophies from not having been used, that's no sign that that muscle is not needed by the human body. What that is a sign of is that it's time to go work out. It's time to strengthen that muscle once again and gain the benefits of it, the benefits that will affect every other part of the organism. When we recognize we have been living a half-life, a superficial life, a fake existence with fake things, fake friends, fake belongings, inadequate things, that is not a sign to go, well, I guess it's good enough. It is a sign to go in the opposite direction. Take that which has atrophied into mediocrity and start imbuing it with value. Start finding things of greater quality. Start upskilling such that you can make them yourself. Start seeking out entertainment that is more in line with your standards and not beneath you. It is time to flex that muscle. It is time to work that muscle. And it's going to be painful in the beginning, but we will gain a part of ourselves back. And that is the only appropriate response to when we realize we've lost a part of ourselves.